work a little early. So I decided to do an afternoon hunt. Our cutoff time is 5 p.m. It's almost 2 o'clock here. So I'm up about 3,500 foot elevation. It's a little windy. Got partly cloudy, got a little bit of sun coming out. But the wind's starting to pick up a little bit. Got a lot of signs, saw some fresh gobbler tracks just now. I'm gonna walk down over here by this little red barn. Turkeys like to hang out around this barn. Man, the wind's picking up. Holy cow. Get over here. I was here the other day before the season started. It was a little over a week ago. And I didn't see any turkeys, but I heard some turkeys gobble on the south end of the ranch. Anyway, see if I can find something out here today. Drop down in this bottom. Now I gotta go up, climb up, and then get up on the ridge above where they're at. Sure is beautiful in here. That deer trail right there should take me up there. used to. They came straight to me. I couldn't tell if they were longbeards or jakes. I was kind of questioning it. And as soon as he stepped up, I could see his beard hanging down. I'm like, ooh. There was 2 of them. Oh, man. What a good hunt. Great afternoon hunt. Ooh, he got some hooks, too. Yeah, baby. Look at that. Ain't that beautiful? Oh, my gosh. That is beautiful. Oh, man. Oh, thank you, old buddy. You did it right. You did it right. That is awesome. All right, I want to show you my setup. I don't know if you can see my camera sitting in the shade right there. I was sitting against that tree just to the right of the camera. I had this trash in front of me. I was gonna have if the birds would have came around to the right, it was gonna be tight on me, really tight. But they came from where I heard them gobble out all the way over there. They came almost in a straight line down to the bottom and straight up this thing, single file. Those two gobblers. He stepped out to the right. He was in the lead, and there was a limb overhanging in that brush pile right there. And I'm like, oh man, if I shoot right now, I'm gonna hit him. But he just kept walking. He didn't see anything. He just kept walking up, and his head was clear above that limb when I pulled the trigger. So anyway, it's a beautiful turkey. Oh my gosh, he's heavy. Oh my gosh, he's heavy. That's a big old turkey. Oh, big old turkey. Let's see if you can see my setup now a little better. Cameron, my vest. That's a big old turkey. Look at that. It's got good hooks. That is a beautiful turkey. That was a great hunt. Awesome hunt. Oh, man. Oh, boy. What a hunt. Whew. So I got off work a little bit early today. And have a place up in the mountains near West Point that I got permission to hunt. And I talked to the rancher earlier, a couple weeks ago, and he said he hadn't been seeing a whole lot of turkeys, but he's been working on a old Model T pickup, so he hadn't been out much. But he did say he was driving out the other day and saw a gobbler strutting right here at the entrance of the second gate to his property. And so I knew there was turkeys here because when I drove in, I saw the big, huge roost tree that the turkeys like to roost in for years. I've been coming here almost 20 years, and actually, so it's over 20 years, 21 years. And since I've been coming here, they've been using that roost tree. They've been using other roost trees as well, but that was been the main one in the last few years for sure. And when I come around the entrance to the property, this big old roost tree was laying on the ground. It had been dead for a few years, and he was just afraid it was going to fall on the road or on somebody or whatever, so he had a guy cut it down. And it was laying on the ground. All the roosted limbs were all smashed up, laying on the ground. And I was just bummed out because I don't know where they're going to roost after that. It was pretty consistent that I would know where they were roosting when I came here. So anyway, I told them I was going to be here probably Sunday of opening weekend, which was this last Sunday. But I killed a turkey on Saturday, and then Sunday was just downpour, ugly weather. I'm like, I'm not getting out in that stuff with a camera. So it rained Monday and Tuesday, and then yesterday, Wednesday, it was pretty nice, a little cloudy, overcast, little breezy. But today was supposed to be a real good day. So tomorrow, I had planned, I'd already taken a half a day off tomorrow morning so I could come up and turkey hunt tomorrow morning. Well, I had a couple patients cancel on me today, and I got off pretty close to noon. I'm like, I'm heading up to the hill, see if I could see a turkey. And sure enough, I took off, come up here. Didn't see nothing, didn't hear nothing. Got out, walked a little bit away from my vehicle, and walked around to where I have a good spot where I can call from, and you can hear pretty far. I called, and the turkeys gobbled over on the other side of this ridge. About the third time I gobbled, they didn't hit it right off the bat. And I'm like, okay, I know where they're at. I've got to drop over this hill so they don't see me, come up the creek, climb up the mountain, up the ridge, and get up on this little flat spot. This spot right here is normally like pasture. I mean, it's like a lawn. This rancher always keeps his property just like a golf course almost. And but he's getting older. He said it's hard for him to get around anymore. He's 80 years old. So this stuff has grown up. He hasn't sprayed it or mowed it or whatever. And so it's good cover. I mean, you can see, it's cover up to here sitting against a tree. Well, he's had some brush, a tree fell down. He's got some brush pile over here. It was just a good setup. And I thought they were going to be gobbling over there. So I called 2 or 3 times, nothing. And then I hit it hard one time, and they gobbled way back over by the gate where I came in. And I let them set for a little bit, didn't call too much. Waited about 10-15 minutes, and I called again, and they cut the distance a little bit, and they were closer. So I'm like, okay, that's good. And I changed calls so I could cut on it a little bit harder. And I waited, 5-10 minutes, probably 2, but it felt like 5-10 minutes. And I called again, and they were down in the bottom. So I had to move the camera around, and I didn't know if they were going to go to the right of the brush pile to me or to the left. If they go to the right, it's going to be rough for me to shoot because my camera was in the way to pull that way. But sure enough, they came to the left, which was straight in line from the first place that I'd heard them. Not the first place I heard them gobble, but when they gobbled and they were answering me and they were coming. And it was like a beeline. They went straight to me. And then he gobbled right down to the bottom. So I moved the camera, got my gun up, got everything ready. And sure enough, I spotted the head. Here he come. And here come another one. There was 2 of them. They were in line each other. I couldn't shoot for a little while. And then the first gobbler, he took a couple steps over to the right a little bit where I could see just him. But I couldn't shoot a little bit because there was a limb on that brush pile that came across, and I'm like, I'm in a dead center of that limb. I'm going to have to wait. So he took a couple more steps and got a little bit higher up on the ridge to me so I could see quite a bit of his head, and I knew I had enough. And boom, I shot him and killed him. The other bird flew down the hill a little bit and took off walking, putting. But what a great afternoon hunt. Let me tell you something. I killed a turkey here probably 5 years ago in the afternoon, just about like this, over cloud, sunny a little bit here and there, wind a little bit here and there. It almost identical to that same day 5 years ago, and I killed the turkey. That tree right there, probably 15 yards away, 20 yards away, and almost the same, similar type hunt. Except for that gobbler had a bunch of hens, and the hens came in first, and they started getting leery. They didn't like what they saw, and they started kind of putting off, and the gobbler kept come right up, and my gun was pointing this way because that's the way they were coming from. Well, they looped around and came this way. Anyway, I ended up getting on the turkey and killing it. So this is a very similar hunt. This is a beautiful turkey. I don't know if you can see. Got a Big old beer right there. Look at that. Everything is beautiful. Nothing out of place. He is just a great turkey. Probably got a little over an inch spur, but God surely has blessed me today. I had a rough morning trying to see patients, but the afternoon worked out really good. Then I couldn't find my spent shell. When I brought the gobbler over here, I laid him on the top of it. They're green, so in this green it's hard to pick up. But so that's number 2 for me this year. I've got one more. We've got a couple different hunts coming up. And then I got to hunt in Arkansas. Get to hunt with my buddy Cat Daddy, Tom McLemore, Jake Risher. So that'll be fun. But turkey season is in full swing. It's, what is it, April 3rd? April 3rd, something like that. Yeah, the first was Tuesday, April 3rd. And it's about 3 o'clock, something like that. But anyway, I hope I got something on the big camera. I'm not sure. I did have the gun camera on, so hopefully if the big camera didn't get the turkeys walking up the hill, that the gun camera did. But it's been a great day. I couldn't have asked for more. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I sure did. I wish you'd have been here with me.